Yeah. So I will explain with the picture now. The food is broken down in mouth, clear, by teeth and then mixed with saliva with the help of salivary gland. And you know the saliva, it contains digestive enzymes called amylase that already digest carbohydrate in mouth into smaller units. So the ball like mixture of food with saliva, it's known as bolus. It is pushed into the throat by the tongue and finally into esophagus or the food pipe, where where it propels the bolus into stomach. Clear? So we can say it's by a series of muscular contraction. That movement is called peristalsis movement. Clear? And now what happens in the stomach? In the stomach, food is broken down into smaller pieces and digestive juices are added over here. So the now liquid food, right? Now the liquid food passes into the, clear, it receives the secretions from the pancreas and the liver and it passes into the small intestine. Clear? Small intestine. What happens here? Where the nutrients are absorbed and digested. The large intestine, it is also called colon, and this colon where water and salts are absorbed and causing the waste products to become firmer and turn into stew. It is pushed towards, like we can say it's pushed towards again by reaction by a series of muscle contraction by peristalsis, and here from the large intestine the waste is sent out through by anus. So this is a brief description about the digestive system. Now, food is pushed down by movement of the wall of the food pipe, and that movement is called actually peristalsis movement. Okay, you will be learning in higher classes. It's called peristalsis movement. That means a rhythmic contraction. Clear? It's a pushing up by the rhythmic and the contraction, and actually this movement takes place throughout the alimentary canal and pushes the food downwards. At times, the food is not accepted by our stomach and is vomited out. So, what is the reason for this vomiting out of the food, right? It's actually that partially digested food. The food is not properly digested over there. So, the food which is partially digested or not getting digested is thrown out by vomiting. Clear? So now you understood. So it's not a, we cannot, it's not a disease. Don't worry that the food has come out and you have vomited. Don't worry. It's just a partially digested food or indigested food is coming out through in the form of vomiting. Now next is about in detail that already we learned that food is in the stomach now, right? So what is the stomach? Stomach is a thick walled bag. Its shape is like a flattened J and it is the widest part of the alimentary canal. It receives food from the food pipe at one end and opens into the small intestine at the other. The inner lining of the stomach, I told about the gastric glands juices, right? Stomach secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. So now mucus. Mucus protects the lining of the stomach. The acid, that's the hydrochloric acid, it kills many bacteria that enter along with the food and makes the medium in the stomach acidic and helps the digestive juices to act. So what the digestive juices are doing? It breaks down the proteins into simpler substances. So this is a flattened J-shaped stomach. Next, small intestine. The small intestine is highly coiled, but the name it's a small intestine, but it's not like that. It's a highly coiled and it's about 7.5 meters long. It receives secretions from the liver and the pancreas. Not only that, its walls also secrete juices. Next, the largest gland in the body, that's the liver. So the liver is a reddish brown gland situated in the upper part of the abdomen on the right side. And as I told, it's the largest gland in the body and it secretes bile juice. Clear? And this bile juice is stored in a gallbladder and it plays an important role in the digestion of fats. Pancreas is a large cream colored gland located just below the stomach. The pancreatic juice, it acts on carbohydrates, fats and proteins and changes them into simpler forms. So, the partly digested food now reaches the lower part of the small intestine, where the intestinal juice completes the digestion of all components of the food. The carbohydrates get broken into simple sugars such as glucose and fats into fatty acids and glycerol and proteins into amino acids. So here is a picture of the small intestine. So here the substances are absorbed into the blood. Now there is a fun fact corner over here, how the discovery on the working stomach. The working of the stomach was discovered by a strange accident that in 1822 Alex Saint Martin, he was badly hit by a shotgun and the bullet had seriously damaged the chest wall and made a hole in his stomach. He was brought to an American army doctor, William Beaumont, and the doctor saved the patient, but he could not close the hole properly and left it bandaged. Beaumont took it as a great opportunity to see the inside of the stomach through the hole. He made some wonderful observations, like he found that the stomach was churning food. Its walls secreted a fluid that could digest the food. He also observed that the end of the stomach opens into the intestine only after the digestion of the food inside the stomach is completed. So, here is a picture.